have landed at Gdansk. I'm gonna be heading to my hotel here in a few minutes. Taxis run about $11 Canadian, so about $8 US, not too bad. Train, I'm not sure if it'll be faster or not, but I'll go figure that out in a bit. This is my room here at the Holiday Inn Gdansk city center. So you can see it is very cute. They got little paddles on the wall, kind of a nautical theme in here. See the rope over here as well. A little chaise lounge and 2 twin beds that make a king, essentially. For an executive room, it's a little bit sparse. I'm not gonna lie to you there. Check out the bathroom here. It looks pretty clean. I just sanitized the high-touch surfaces, but fairly modern bathroom, of course. This was a steal. I only paid $50 US for this room. 55 actually. So tomorrow, my goal is to sightsee the entire city of Gdansk, my health permitting. It looks like a really beautiful town. I haven't seen too much of it because it's so dark outside, but I am looking forward to it. I've always wanted to come up here and experience the Polish coast, so can't wait to see what this community has to offer. It looks like it's bustling and very hip and trendy. Didn't really expect that. This is my view from the Holiday Inn Gdansk city center. They gave me a room right on the riverbank, so really nice view of all the traffic going to and fro down the canals here in Gdansk. I'm just heading into the old town now for a day of sightseeing. Yeah, it's pretty trendy, it's for sure. Definitely a charming place so far. I'm looking forward to walking around here. Really different architecture than the rest of Poland, so I'm looking forward to seeing this Baltic city. I'm going to be starting my sightseeing today at the Green Gate, which is this gate coming up right ahead of me. So that marks the passage across this island that I'm on, where my hotel is. This is my hotel down there. You can see the white building in the distance. I'm going to be crossing the river here into Old Town Gdansk. It's going to be good. So this city definitely reminds me of Copenhagen, Denmark, just in terms of the styles of the buildings and everything else. Very historic city, part of the Hanseatic League back in the, just after the Middle Ages. Very beautiful architecture here. So this here is the Green Gate that marks the entrance into the Old Town area. So the small bridge crossing the river, which looks a little bit worse for wear, but we'll forgive it because the buildings around it are beautiful. The beautiful architecture here reminds me so much of Scandinavia. Getting very close to the heart of the old town now. Really beautiful Baltic buildings here. So there are so many beautiful historic buildings here in Gdansk. This one here in the center is called the Golden House. So this is the main town hall here in Gdansk. And at the very base of it, you can see Neptune's fountain right below, which seems to be a very hot photo spot. Of course, there's actually a lot of tourists here today. I'm actually surprised at how busy it is for the last day of September. So I'm definitely enjoying my time in Gdansk so far. This Neptune's fountain is quite outstanding, as is pretty much all of the architecture that you're going to find around here. This is really an unexpected treasure, basically, a gem of Europe. I'm actually not really covering that much ground today just because there is so much to see here. So walking, half a block, you basically have to stop for 30 minutes to photograph the stretch. So it's just incredible. It's definitely like Copenhagen, but if you want to go to Copenhagen and not pay the exorbitant prices, this is a good option. So one last look at the beautiful Ratusz here in Gdansk. I'm going to be heading this way down WWII Targ. So I've located what is definitely the nicest Starbucks that I've seen so far in Poland. Probably one of the nicest in the world too, in this old 17th, 18th century Hanseatic building. Really cute. Even the Carrefour Express convenience store is located in that building. Well, it's incredible how cheap everything is in Poland. This set of a croissant plus a flat white was only $5 Canadian or $3.75 US. Don't really have any set plans here other than wandering around the old town and checking out some of the architecture around here, but definitely impressed with this place. All right, I finished up with my coffee break and I am going to continue my way through the heart of Old Town right now, heading over to the Golden Gate there in the distance, which marks the western end of Old Town. Definitely tell it's a tourist-oriented area when you have 3 languages on the restaurant signs. Definitely a beautiful old town though. So this is again the Golden Gate, which marks the entrance, the western entrance into Old Town. Very cool. So it looks like Antifa even has its fingerprints all over Gdansk. So this building is called the Catania. It is a tower right outside of the Golden Gate here on the western end of Old Town. I believe it has a observation deck, but again, closed due to COVID, so there's that. Yeah, it is definitely getting chillier outside. The wind is picking up now, so the good weather is probably past for now. So I'm going to head up to the north end of Old Town now. There's a beautiful stretch up there as well. Another view of the Catania now that the sun is shining on it a little bit. I'm also going to go over here now to check out the front side of the Highland Gate. It's very impossible to fit this into one frame, so I hope you get the idea though. Got about a 7-minute walk up here to the north part of the Old Town. I'm still walking kind of along the edge of it. All right, almost up here at the north end of Old Town, coming up to the next gate and tower. So this is the Mali Mlyn, which is an old water mill from the 19th century. Nice little spot here at the northern end of Old Town here in Gdansk. I guess they've renovated this to include some sort of hotel, if what I read was correct, so that's pretty interesting. And it is overlooked by some beautiful buildings here. Alright, so this is the impressive St. Catherine's Church. It is a pretty remarkable structure. Beautiful stone church. And then lurking right behind it, as you can see, is St. Bridget's Church. So that is St. Bridget's Church. So the eastern facade of the church seems to be teetering almost. I think it's about to fall off. Well, you can see that fall has definitely arrived here in Gdansk. It is still pretty warm though. So I got about 5 or 6 minutes before I get back down to the very beautiful Hanseatic core of the old town. It's a very walkable city though, it's not that large. So to walk from the southern end of Old Town to the north end will take you about 7 or 8 minutes. And it's about the same east to west, maybe more like 10 actually. It's a beautiful day though, it's very sunny and quite warm. It's probably about 17 degrees. I was getting worried for a moment that the weather was turning, but looks like everything is okay. So this is the Danzig bastion, one of the city's many bastions, overlooking the old town. Very impressive. It's probably about 80 or 90 meters tall. So this ornate building is the old armory. You can see that it features gold in its relief. All right, I'm going to walk down towards St. Mary's Church. Another beautiful stone church here in the heart of Old Town Gdansk. There's definitely a beautiful set of old buildings here along this road, just leading up to the impressive St. Mary's Church. It's really cool to see just how much history and beauty there is in this city. So Gdansk is one of the world's largest suppliers of amber. So there's a lot of jewelry here made out of amber and so forth. So I mentioned this before, the Euronet network of ATMs is an absolute scam. So if you come to Europe, just make sure you're aware that they inflate their exchange rates and currency conversions, everything else, and charge exorbitant fees to use the machines. So you're liable to lose a significant percentage of your money if you use these machines. Getting close to the riverfront now. It's coming up to the riverbank here at the Ratusz Hotel across. And the Holiday Inn is right over here as well. So definitely a really nice riverfront here in Gdansk. The ocean's a few miles up. It's a really scenic riverfront with lots of colorful buildings. And the city's finest hotels are located here on the island across from me. So this is the medieval crane that was built in the 1300s for transporting cargo into vessels. It's still in its original form here on the edge of the river in Gdansk. Very cool. Just waiting on the tram right now to head down to the ocean. So the Stogi beach is about 20 minutes away by tram, so I can't wait to check that out. I've never seen the coast here in Poland, so I've never seen the coast anywhere around here actually, apart from, I guess, Sweden and Finland and so forth. It'd be interesting to see the Polish Riviera, as they call it. So I'm gonna head to Stogi Beach because it's the closest. I'm not gonna head up to Sopot or anything because it's just too far afield for me today. But can't wait to check out Stogi. It's pretty close to here, and at least I'll be able to see a nice sunset if I'm lucky. There's a goose blocking the train tracks. I made it here to Stogi Beach, just outside of Gdansk, about 20 minutes north of the city center. So I'm going to go check out the Polish coastline. So it's just a short stroll from the tram stop down to the beach itself. It's actually really convenient. I've made it down here to the Baltic Sea. So directly across from here is Sweden. And go down towards the water. You can see the port of Gdansk right over there. Well, it's great to finally be here at the Baltic Sea. I last visited the Baltic Sea when I was out in Finland in 2010. And further up is Stettin. So Stettin is on the border with Germany, about 4 or 5 hours that way. So I'm definitely not going to stay out here too long. I can already feel it getting a little bit nippy out here. And I sure don't want to catch a cold in Europe because it can easily be mistaken for 19, and that will completely ruin my trip if they end up quarantining me or something like that. All right, I'm saying goodbye to Gdansk.